Hello, bankers. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. In this session, we are going to talk about Module A, Unit number 10, which is a final module from your Module A, which is all about international banking. So far we have covered all these units. So now, international banking is all about, it's about to end, right? So today we are going to talk about technology in international banking, and it is a very small unit. I'll take your half an hour and very less probability of questions also. Hardly you'll get question based on this particular unit, and most of time you guys are aware about those particular things, right? Let's have a quick look about this particular one. So technology in international banking, which include introduction of digitalization in international banking, evolution of technology, then we have benefit and limitations, digital platform in international banking, fintech and evolution of fintech, delivery channel under fintech. Then we have sample process flow for international trade transactions using blockchain technologies and challenges. ठीक है, so ये जो challenges और आपका blockchain technology, fintech, these are some important areas. और इसमें से बहुत सारे areas like जैसे आपका like whenever we do import and export remittances, we do use some platform which are generally designed and developed by RBI or under the guidelines of RBI. तो वो आपका कहीं ना कहीं इसका पार्ट रहेंगे, ठीक है. So nowadays the entire banking system is completely driven through the technology. So technology का बहुत बड़ा रोल है हर जगह आपका, ठीक है. वो हमारी डे टू डे बैंकिंग आपका हो या फिर वैसे ही इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड फिनेंस आपका, ठीक है. सो जहाँ पे टेक्नोलॉजी का बहुत ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल किया जाता है फॉर द रेमिटेंसेस पर्पज और इवन फॉर ट्रेडिंग पर्पज, तो वही सब कुछ जो आपको इसमें मिलेगा, ठीक है. सो एवरीथिंग सराउंडिंग a typical consumer is either digital or aspiring to be digital. As product and services industries go digital, the payment infrastructure supporting them is also going digital, right? Like if you talk about digital platform in international banking, so inward remittances, so we do have online platform. So a secured, like what basically what are the requirements for inward platforms team? So a secured portal for online inward remittances from across the overseas location, online money transfer from across the globe by the NRIs from their country of location, or any overseas bank from any country, Financial Action Task Force complaint countries, to any bank accounts in the India. NRI to get registered on the international banking platform of their bank and get the login ID, and they can do remittances. ये बहुत simple सा. इसके अलावा register the receiver details, register the registered रिसीवर्स डिटेल, ठीक है. जैसे हम लोग होता है ना, लाइक अकाउंट पे ही आपका जब ऐड होता है, सेम थिंग. बैंक डिटेल ऑफ द रिसीवर, keep the receiver informed and book the transaction and they receive transfer the money. Process code details, purpose code details to be filled in, and many banks only allow current account transactions, and the regulatory compliance guidelines need to be other to be remitters, ठीक है. तो जो बेसिक आपका रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती हैं, सो एज लिस्टेड इन दिस. आउटवर्ड रेमिटेंसेस के लिए भी ऑलमोस्ट सेम चीजें आपकी हैं, टीम. A quick and seamless online portals, so that is the basic जिसके थ्रू आपकी सारी एक्टिविटीज होंगी, ठीक है. रेजिडेंट एंड एनआरआई on request through an application form and subject to bank internal guidelines will get onboarded by the bank for international digital banking, login ID, password again, ठीक है. वेब बेस्ड ट्रेड फिनेंस के लिए अगर हम लोग देखते हैं, सेम चीजें. So web-based online portal for international trade transactions, importer and exporters. Web-based online trade portals of bank for the trade finance transactions, which enable customers of the bank to initiate, authenticate, and authorize trade finance transactions in a paperless environment. Anywhere, anytime banking for international trade transactions. All trade transactions relating to import मे बी हैंडल ऑनलाइन थ्रू दी ट्रेड पोर्टल्स, ठीक है. अब ये ऐसा नहीं कि मैं इनको अपने मन से पढ़ा रहा हूँ. दिस इज कंप्लीटली पार्ट ऑफ योर कोर्स कंटेंट, और वहाँ पे ये गाइडलाइंस आपका दिए गए हैं. इफ यू गो थ्रू द मैकमिलन बुक एंड अदर्स, सो विल सी दीज पर्टिकुलर एरियाज. ठीक है. सो आई होप यू गाइज रिमेंबर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. तो हमने आपका एक्सपोर्ट डेटा प्रोसेसिंग एंड मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम एंड सेम आपका इंपोर्ट डेटा प्रोसेसिंग एंड मॉनिटरिंग सिस्टम, ये हमने पढ़े थे आपका फैसिलिटीज फॉर एक्सपोर्टर्स एंड इंपोर्टर्स वहाँ उस यूनिट के अंदर. ठीक है. सो नाउअडेज everything related to export and imports, जो भी transactions आपके होते हैं, they get updated on this particular portals. Authorized dealers bank, they have access to this and they report through this to RBI, right? So it was introduced in 2014. So RBI operationalized the export data processing and monitoring system in March 2024, wherein the data pertaining to export declaration form EDF, शिपिंग बिल्स, सॉफ्ट टैक्स, याद है ना ये सारी आपकी टीम. सो ईडीएफ आपका फॉर अदर देन सॉफ्टवेयर्स एंड फॉर सॉफ्टवेयर वी हैव सॉफ्ट टैक्स. ठीक है. इसके अलावा शिपिंग बिल्स आपका जो कस्टम वाले से जो आते थे वो सब चीजें आपका. ठीक है. कस्टम कमिश्नर जो था, ठीक है, वुड फ्लो from the customer STPI, SEZ or EDPMS software, and authorized dealers bank were required to report lodgement and realization of these EDF and other documents आपका. ठीक है. सो जैसे अगर हम लोग इसकी बात करें, रिपोर्टिंग ऑफ एडवांस रेमिटेंसेस टू रिलेटेड टू एक्सपोर्टर्स, क्या क्या इसमें रिपोर्टिंग्स होती हैं? एनी एडवांस रिसीव बाय द एक्सपोर्टर्स, रिपोर्टिंग रियलाइजेशन ऑफ EDF, SB एंड सॉफ्टेक्स, एक्सपोर्ट डिक्लेरेशन फॉर्म, आपका शिपिंग बिल्स और आपका सॉफ्टवेयर एक्सपोर्ट्स वाले जो सॉफ्टेक्स हैं, अगेंस्ट इनवर्ड रेमिटेंसेस रिपोर्टेड, सिस्टम बेस्ड कॉशन लिस्ट ऑफ एक्सपोर्टर्स. ठीक है. कॉशन लिस्ट हमने पढ़ी थी, जो आपका जो गाइडलाइंस का फॉलो नहीं करता है. सो ऑथराइज्ड डीलर्स दे जनरली इनिशिएट दैट पर्टिकुलर वन थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर पोर्टल आल्सो. ठीक है. देन आफ्टर दैट RBI will put those kind of exporters in a caution list. ठीक है. आपका इसके अलावा अगर हम लोग बात करें, whose EDF, SB, Softex were outstanding beyond 2 years and where extension of due date was not granted by authorized dealers bank or RBI. Issuance of EBRC was introduced with effective from 16th October 2017, as a result of which authorized dealers bank were to upload the EDPMS with data of export proceed on as and when realized basis. ठीक है. So as and when realized, ठीक है, मीन्स अगर कोई पेंडिंग आपकी है वो भी, और कोई एडवांस है वो भी, और कोई टाइमली भी है वो भी, आपका सारा जो इसमें अपडेट आपको मिलेगी. However, the export transactions relating to software exports are not supported under the EDPMS platform. System-based caution list of exporters whose EDF this outstanding beyond this year, and this we already discussed, right? This is kind of repeat. वैसे ही आपका क्या है, आपके पास import data processing system same year 2014 आपका जब इसको लॉन्च किया गया था. ठीक है. सो ये भी आपका सेम टाइम पे आपका लॉन्च हुआ था. ठीक है. So now in order to enhance the ease of doing business and facilitate efficient data processing system for payments. Okay, so based on authorized dealers code declared by the importers, the bank shall download the BOE, that is bill of entry, issued by the EDI, electronic data exchange, port from the BOE master and the IDPMS. ठीक है. तो अगेन जो बिलिंग से अदर्स है अमाउंट से वो सब. ठीक है. एडवांस पेमेंट, authorized dealers bank will enter the BOE details for ORM associated with the advance payment for the imported transactions. In case of payment receipt of BOE, the authorized dealer shall generate ORM, outward remittance messages, for import payments by the importer as per the message format, which is BOE settlement. ठीक है. तो ये सारी चीजें अगेन. अब दूसरा जो पार्ट है दैट इज अबाउट द फिनटेक, which is finance and technology. ठीक है. So role of technology in finance, और it's a collaboration between finance and technology. ठीक है. तो आज के डेट में सारे फिनटेक के बेसिस पे चलते हैं जितने भी रेमिटेंसेस आपके होते हैं. So fintech refers to the synergy between finance and technology. It can take the form of software, a service, or a business that provide technologically advanced way to make financial processes more efficient by disrupting traditional method. Digitalization of financial services normally provided by bank, credit card companies, credit unions, investment banking and other business within the financial service industry. Fintech is any innovative idea that improve the financial service process by proposing technological solution according to different business solutions, while the ideas could also lead to a new business model or revenue. ठीक है, जैसे आज के डेट में बहुत सारे हैं, ठीक है। तो थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड देख लेते हैं। 1866 आपका जहां से स्टार्ट हुआ था, द फर्स्ट transatlantic cable was successfully laid between New York and London, providing a fundamental infrastructure for the period of intense financial globalization, जिसको हम लोग फिनटेक वर्जन 1.0 भी बोलते हैं। 1918 फेडवायर विच इज स्टार्टेड बाय दी आपका फेडरल रिजर्व बैंक, जो यूएस का सेंट्रल बैंक है, उसके द्वारा, ठीक है। जैसे स्विफ्ट है आपका, चिप्स चाप्स, उसमें से फेडवायर आपका एक है जो ऐसे रेमिटेंसेस को देखता है। द फर्स्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फंड ट्रांसफर विद द हेल्प ऑफ टेलीग्राफिक एंड मॉर्स कोड के थ्रू आपका लाएगा, ठीक है। 1950 दिनार क्लब एंड एमएक्स कार्ड आपके इशू करना स्टार्ट किया गया। 1967 through though financial service were strongly connected with the technology, the financial services remained mostly analog, using signals code until the first ATM machine was introduced by Barclays in 1967, right? Then 1967 first digital stock exchange and SWIFT, Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, was established. Internet and computer were brought into the online banking. 2008 fintech brought in fintech version 3.0 as a result of financial crisis that erupted across the globe, where people start disturbing traditional banking services, lending wala, आपका deposit and lending. 2009 Bitcoin introduced, followed by other different cryptocurrencies. Google and Apple Pay introduced payment solutions, ठीक है। जैसे आपका जैसे गूगल पे अभी भी चलता है ना, जी पे है, या फिर आपका एप्पल पे जो वहाँ पे चलता है, या फिर आज के डेट में जैसे और भी बहुत सारे पेटीएम से या अदर्स, ये सारे सर्विस प्रोवाइडर। इंडिया हैज द हाईएस्ट फिनटेक अडॉप्शन रेट ग्लोबली, ये अभी भी है एट प्रेजेंट भी आपका है, जो आपकी बुक है उसमें उसके हिसाब से कोई डेटा है। 2100 plus fintech companies existing in India today. Over 67% have been set up in the last 5 years. COVID was the time duration जहां पे सबसे मतलब ये जो ग्रोथ था वो आपका बिल्कुल 90 डिग्री के स्पाइक के साथ आपका मूव किया था, ठीक है। सो दिस इज वेरी बेसिक डेटा एंड एग्जामिनर इज नॉट गोइंग टू आस्क दिस. Now, delivery channels under the fintech and international banking. So we have artificial intelligence. इसका रोल काफी बड़ा है, ठीक है। So for the basic and generic queries, they get generally solved through the artificial intelligence. Big data and data analytics. तो ये help करता है आपका banks को या users जो भी हमारे customers हैं उनको to make the analysis. Basically, even there are some kind of entities who exist, who generally provide, analyze that data and they sell that particular data. Robotic processes automation, जैसे हमारे normal banking में चलता है, by entering a single entry. जैसे किसी का account credit हुआ by 10,000 rupees, so we just have to do this particular entry. Rest will be taken care through the आपका automation. जैसे Finacle है आपका Infosys का, या TCS का दैट सॉफ्टवेयर इज जस्ट जो बैंकों में यूज होता है आई गेस, तो वो सारे आपके जो ऑटोमेशन पे काम करते हैं। ब्लॉकचेन मैनेजमेंट, ये सबसे बड़ा रिवोल्यूशन आप एट प्रेजेंट इसको मान सकते हैं, ठीक है, फॉर सिक्योरिटी पर्पस आपका, ठीक है। जैसे आप अगर अपने बुक के अंदर खोलेंगे तो उसमें जैसे एलसी का जो मैसेज ट्रांसमिशन होता है या अदर्स ऐसी जो भी सिक्योरिटीज आपकी होती है, ठीक है, सो वहां पे ब्लॉकचेन का यूज आपका काफी ज्यादा देखने के लिए मिला है। एंड cyber security is the only concern in this digital digitalization of banking process, so that can be mitigated through blockchains. तो blockchain आपका एक बहुत बड़ा जो टूल जो आने वाले समय में और ज्यादा इमर्ज होगा, ठीक है। So artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines which combine computer system and robust database to enable problem solving in the banking. Frequent queries generally ये लेता है, ठीक है। जैसे आइडेंटिफाई कस्टमर बैटर्स, सोर्सेज ऑफ बिजनेस बैटर, ठीक है, सोर्स बिजनेस इज बैटर, all has the potential to be used to improve the outcome from the international trade negotiations, analyzing the economic trajectories of each economic partners under the different assumptions, ठीक है। तो वैसे एरियाज में जो आपको हेल्प करेगा, identify the need of the customers, business intelligence of the client wise, and we have credit scoring, fraud detections, and others. So these are some benefits which are associated with this tool. Fintech and big data and data analysis. Data analytics help stakeholders in international trade to create a new portfolio by using historical data and analyzing past trend and patterns in terms of international geographies, which are most prone to volatile movement of rate, exploring opportunities with other countries with political stability, countries with robust infrastructure development. Big data is the use of advanced analytical techniques against a very large, diverse data set that include both structured, semi-structured, and raw data, where refining these data help in coming out with the desirable analysis, and basically stakeholders, they can use that data in their day-to-day decision making, right? Even bank also, ठीक है, तो उसके basis पे we can assess the credit worthiness of the customers, और उसके हिसाब से ये सारी चीजें आपकी हो सकती है, ठीक है. फिनटेक एंड बिग डेटा अगर हम इसमें बात करें तो डेटा ऑन कस्टमर ऑफ द हाई वैल्यू, ठीक है. इसके अलावा डेटा ऑन मार्केट ऑफ हाई वैल्यू, customer preference, spending habits, and others. Predictive analysis refer to how consumers are likely to behave using past information and mathematical algorithm. Data help in formulating marketing strategies, help in fraud detection algorithm, right? इसके अलावा ब्लॉकचेन इज अब अगर हम लोग ब्लॉकचेन की बात करते हैं, ब्लॉकचेन इज अ सिस्टम ऑफ रिकॉर्डिंग इंफॉर्मेशन इन अ वे दैट मेक इट डिफिकल्ट और इम्पॉसिबल टू चेंज, हैक और चीट द सिस्टम, ठीक है. जैसे नॉर्मली क्या होता है, लाइक लेट्स से देयर इज एन इंस्टीट्यूशन व्हिच हैज अ सेंट्रल सर्वर, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे अब इसको मतलब लाइक हैकर्स दे हैव अ सिंगल टारगेट, ठीक है. सो बाय अटैकिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, इफ दे ब्रीच द सिक्योरिटी, सो दे विल हैव एक्सेस टू द एंटायर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. बट इन ब्लॉकचेन वी हैव मल्टीपल सर्वर्स, ठीक है. हर एक एंड पे आपके क्या है, अलग अलग सर्वर्स आपके बने होते हैं, ठीक है. सो अब पहले तो हमें पता नहीं कि कौन सा सर्वर को अटैक करना है, देन इफ वन विल गेट ब्रीच सो अदर विल आल्सो गेट अलर्ट, ठीक है. उनको अलर्ट मिलेगा इन अदर्स, सो देयर इज अ वेरी लीस्ट आपका. तो जो बिटकॉइन आया था पहली बार जब काफी ज्यादा हाईलाइट हुआ क्रिप्टोज में, सो क्रिप्टो करेंसीज में आपका इस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज किया गया और तब से काफी ज्यादा फेमस, और साइबर सिक्योरिटी के लिए बहुत बड़ा वरदान आप इसको मान सकते हैं, ठीक है. अब ब्लॉकचेन इज एसेंशियली अ डिजिटल लेजर ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शन दैट duplicate and distributed across the entire network, as you can see here, of the computer system on the blockchains. Adopted at large scale in financial industry primarily due to its ability to securely store transactions record and securely store transaction record and other sensitive data. Each transaction is encrypted and the chances of cyber attack relatively low when blockchain technology is employed, and has created a tremendous stride of in the area of international trade finance also, ठीक है. तो जैसे आपका नॉर्मल बैंकिंग में होता है वैसे वहां पे भी इसका इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा. इंडियन ब्लॉकचेन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, सो देयर वाज अ कंपनी जिसके बारे में यहाँ पे आपके बुक के अंदर कहीं ना कहीं इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा एक शॉर्ट नोट दिया गया था. कंपनी फॉर्म by 15 scheduled commercial bank in June 2021, having an identical stake of 6.66% by each of the banks, ठीक है, जिन्होंने इसको मिलकर स्टार्ट किया. ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी टू यूज एंड प्रोसेस inland LC transactions with the country for the domestic trade. System will verify data using invoices on the GST system and e-way bills, which will quicken the transaction and also eliminate the risk of fraud, ठीक है. तो जो विद इन आपका लाइक इंडिया के अंदर जैसे बायर एंड सेलर, और उसमें आपका कोई बैंक जिसने एलसी आपका दिया, तो उसके जो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पार्ट या इवन जो अदर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपके हैं उनको भी हैंडल किया जाएगा इसके द्वारा, ठीक है. सो इंडिया ब्लॉकचेन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कंपनी लिमिटेड, अभी तक आपका जो इनलैंड बिल्स हैं, मतलब इनलैंड बिल का मतलब होता है जो आपका जो जिनका मतलब दे जनरली गेट इश्यूड विद इन द कंट्री, ठीक है. जो खाली इंडिया, जहां पे इश्यूअर और आपका रिसीवर बेनिफिशियरी बोथ आर इंडियन, जो इस केस में आपके रहेंगे, ठीक है. और इवन दे आर लिंक्ड विद देयर जीएसटी सिस्टम एंड अदर्स, तो उनको भी आपका उसमें कहीं ना कहीं अलाइन किया गया. एलिमिनेट पेपर वर्क, रिड्यूस ट्रांजेक्शन टाइम, सिक्योर एनवायरनमेंट, नेटवर्क कनेक्टिविटी बिटवीन बैंक एंड द क्लाइंट, यूज ऑन इन्फोसिस फिनिकल कनेक्ट आपका, जो हम लोग लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ जो बैंक है उस फिनिकल के बेसिस पे चलते हैं, ठीक है, जो सॉफ्टवेयर आप लोग यूज करते हैं बैंक के अंदर, ठीक है, तो उसी के ऊपर ये भी मतलब इन्फोसिस के द्वारा ही डेवलप किया गया। ऑल द इन्वॉल्व पार्टीज कैन शेयर अ डिजिटल लेजर अक्रॉस अ कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क विदाउट नीडिंग सेंट्रलाइज्ड अथॉरिटी और इंटरमीडियरीज, राइट। चैलेंजेस, ये पार्ट थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि इस पे काफी बार उसने क्वेश्चन किए हैं, ठीक है, एंड अगेन वेरी इजी एंड डूएबल। द फॉलोइंग आर सम चैलेंजेस फेस्ड इन द फिनटेक स्पेस। पहला, डाउट फ्रॉम फाइनेंशियल रेगुलेटर्स, ठीक है, तो जो हमारे रेगुलेटर्स हैं उनके द्वारा कई बार इन पे आपका डाउट क्रिएट किया जाता है, कई बार क्या मतलब ऐसे जो डिफॉल्ट होते हैं उसकी वजह से डाउट ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाता है। डेटा सिक्योरिटी इन अनदर इशू, रेगुलेटर्स आर कंसर्न विद द बिकॉज ऑफ देयर थ्रेट ऑफ हैकिंग, ठीक है, तो अगर ऐसी चीजें रहती है तो यहाँ पे डेटा लीक का आपका बहुत बड़ा केस रहता है, ठीक है। The need to protect sensitive data of customers, corporate and the country's financial data. Any data breach can result in direct liability to the company and ruin the fintech company reputations. High startup cost and human interface cannot be done away with. So यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं आपको उसकी जरूरत भी होती है। It's the very first question which is linked with our EPDMS team. So which is something related to your export data processing management system. So under EDPMS, which is export processing and monitoring system, which get introduced in 2014 itself, ठीक है। So ये हमने आपका पिछले भी पहले थे जब facilities for exporter and importer, ठीक है। So IDPMS and EDPMS, ठीक है। What happened when an exporter export declaration form EDF remain outstanding beyond 2 years without any extension from the authorized dealers or RBI. So authorized dealers will put these type of exporters in caution list, ठीक है, तो ये कहां पे जाएंगे, आपका caution list के अंदर आपका एंटर करेंगे, ठीक है। The exporter transaction are flagged and automatic penalties are imposed. No, the exporter is placed under the system based caution list through this particular one, listing by EDPMS. So B will be right answer for this particular one in that particular situation. So export data processing and monitoring system monitor export transaction in India, and every transaction which is done by authorized dealers category 1 bank in India, they have to upload those particular transaction in this particular portal itself, right? So if an exporter EDF, SBN, Softex remain outstanding beyond 2 years, they are caution list automatically unless unless an extension is granted by authorized dealers or RBI, and where they are making the penalty, paying the penalties also, ठीक है। तो अगर आपका आरबीआई के द्वारा या ऑथराइज डीलर्स के द्वारा उनको कोई आपका एक्सटेंशन नहीं दिया गया, सो दे विल बी ऑटोमेटिकली like EDPMS this platform or this portal will automatically put them in the caution list. Being caution list means the exporter face additional scrutiny and potential restrictions on future transaction as well. What is caution list? तो जो basically ऐसे exporters आपका those who are not meeting with the RBI guidelines toward the exports or remittances, so RBI on the like authorized dealers, they generally request RBI to put those type of exporters in the caution list itself, right? So EDPMS ये हमने डिस्कस किया था आपका। RBI operationalize EDPMS with effective from 1st March 2014, wherein the data operating of export declaration form, shipping bill और Softex सॉफ्टवेयर एक्सपोर्ट के लिए जो लगता है, और फॉर नॉन सॉफ्टवेयर इट इज EDF, ठीक है। इसके अलावा जो शिपिंग बिल्स आपके हैं वुड फ्लो फ्रॉम कस्टम STPI SEZ to the EDPMS software, and authorized dealers were required to report lodgement and realization of these EDF export declaration form, shipping bill as well as Softex software exports के regarding जो होता है in EDPMS portal itself, ठीक है। So the EDPMS monitoring basically EDPMS का जो रोल है, so that is reporting of advance remittances related to export, reporting realization of EDF, SB and Softex against inward remittances reported, system-based cautionless exporter whose EDF outstanding beyond 2 years and where extension of due date was not granted by authorized dealer or RBI. Issuance of EBRC was introduced with effective from 16th of October 2017, as a result of which authorized dealers were update the EDPMS with data of export proceed as and when realized basis to facilitate authorized dealers bank to issue EBRC only from the data available in EDPMS. ठीक है, तो ये these are some important guidelines toward or the key workings of EDPMS system. ठीक है, so which you have to remember. So basically, this export transactions or the export entries which we generally handle electronically nowadays, so that's why they are generally part of this. However, the export transaction relating to software export are not supported under the EDPMS platform. System-based cautionless exporters whose this is beyond 2 years. So we have discussed this particular. Sorry, it is a kind of repetition. How does IDPMS? So IDPMS also get introduced with EDPMS in 2014 itself. So 1st March 2014, and it facilitated import transactions or their related entries. So the question is, IDPMS facilitate international trade transaction. Okay, by allowing real-time transaction without regulatory check, no. By enabling exporter to track their inward remittances directly, no. By ensuring import payment are reconciled with bill of entry, detail downloaded from EDI ports, yes. So option C should be right answer. By eliminating the need for importers to report their transactions to their respective authorized dealers, no. Okay? So what will be our correct answer? C will be right answer for this one. Okay? We have discussed EDPMS or IDPMS in the past also. Okay? So IDPMS enhance compliance and monitoring of import transaction. Importer must declare their authorized dealer code and bank download BE bill of entry detail from electronic data interchange port to verify the import payments. This prevent fraud and ensure regulatory compliances by linking payment record with the import documents as well. ठीक है, जैसे आपका एक्सपोर्ट के लिए वो काम करता है, ठीक है, EDPMS. सिमिलरली फॉर इंपोर्ट ट्रांजेक्शंस वी हैव IDPMS. ठीक है, इसके अलावा इसमें आपका को ज्यादा चेंजेस आपको नहीं मिलेंगे. ठीक है, in order to enhance ease of doing business and facilitate efficient data processing for payment of import transaction and effective monitoring thereof. So IDPMS has been developed in consultation with the custom authorities and other stakeholders based on authorized dealers code declared by the importer. The bank shall download BOE bill of entry issued by EDI electronic data exchange team port from the BOE master in IDPMS. Advance payment are also included in this one. So authorized dealer will enter the BOE detail for ORM associated with the advance payment for import transaction as per the masses format of BOE statement. In case of payment after receipt of BOE, authorized dealer banks shall generate OMR outward remittance masses for import payments made its importer as per the masses format of BOE settlements. ठीक है, तो ये चारों स्टेटमेंट दीज आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस. ये बहुत बार पूछे गए एग्जामिनेशंस के अंदर. ठीक है, सो दे मस्ट बी पार्ट ऑफ योर रिविजन. ठीक है, तो रिविजन के टाइम पे आप इनको थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखेंगे. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वन, which of the following best describe the role of blockchain in international trade. ठीक है, सो ब्लॉकचेन के बारे में हम लोग जानते हैं. ठीक है, इट जनरली इवॉल्व विद द क्रिप्टो करेंसीज. तो जहां पे वी हैव मल्टीपल सर्वर्स. ठीक है, सो इट इज काइंड ऑफ टू प्रिवेंट द इंटरनेशनल पेमेंट सिस्टम और सिक्योरिटी एरियाज एंड ऑल. ठीक है, जिसके लिए इनको आपका लेके आएगा. ठीक है, सो एलिमिनेट ऑल इंटरमीडियरीज making bank irrelevant in the trade transaction. Ensure faster trade settlement by providing a secure and secure and tamper-proof digital ledger. This is true. Or allow international transaction to be conducted without regulatory oversight. No. Replace traditional SWIFT. No. SWIFT is also there. ठीक है. So क्या होता है आपके यहाँ पे like it is a kind of a technology which we are using like while we are doing some sort of remittances, so we are conducting those particular remittances in like in a safe and secure manner. ठीक है. So blockchain is generally where we have multiple servers. ठीक है. लाइक जैसे होता है ना पहली चीजें आपका एक सेंट्रल सर्वर से ड्राइव होती थी, तो अभी हम लोग आप क्या करते हैं लाइक इफ यू हैव अ सेंट्रल सर्वर, अगर वो हैक हो गया तो सारी चीजें आपका मिस हो सकती है. बट नाउ वी हैव मल्टीपल सर्वर्स, तो आपका जो हैकर्स हैं उनके लिए कहीं ना कहीं डिफिकल्टीज होती है टू फाइंड आउट, और कहीं ना कहीं इफ देयर इज सम लीक इन वन सर्वर, सो अनदर सर्वर कैन प्रोटेक्ट दैट पर्टिकुलर वन. ठीक है. सो ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी प्रोवाइड डिसेंट्रलाइज आपका एनक्रिप्टेड एंड immutable record of trade transactions, reducing fraud and improving transparency. So in trade finance, it ensured faster settlement by eliminating manual paperwork and reducing verification delays. So the Indian Blockchain Infrastructure Company Limited, this is very important when you बहुत बार पूछा जाता है, ठीक है. So we have one organization called Indian Blockchain Infrastructure Company Private Limited, was formed on 5th schedule commercial banks in June 2021 to process inland LC transaction efficiency. Inland means जो आपके transaction होते हैं, मतलब those LC which are like Indian बैंक के द्वारा इशू किए गए हैं और इंडियन बैंक ही वहां पे आपका नॉमिनेटेड या एडवाइजिंग बैंक, ठीक है, जो विद इन कंट्री आपके ट्रांजेक्शन्स होते हैं वो सब. ठीक है. So fintech and blockchain, this is the part जहाँ पे so blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that make it difficult or impossible to change or hack or cheat the system. Blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transaction that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer system on the blockchains. Adopted a ledger scale in the financial industry primarily due to its ability to securely store transaction record and other sensitive data also. Each transaction is encrypted and the chances of cyber attack are relatively low when blockchain technology is employed, right? So I hope everybody knows about the role or the uses of blockchains, especially all these cryptocurrencies, they are generally developed through the blockchain technology itself. So इसीलिए हमें आज तक ये नहीं पता चल पाया कि लाइक हु इज द कोर फाउंडर ऑफ बिटकॉइन, द वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट क्रिप्टो करेंसी, अपार्ट फ्रॉम लाइक वी हैव सो मेनी अदर आल्सो. ठीक है. सो blockchain technology in India. So we have blockchain infrastructure company private limited, a company formed by 15 scheduled commercial bank, formed by 15 scheduled commercial bank in June 2021, having an identical stake of 6.66% of each bank. Blockchain technology to use to process inland LC transactions within the country for domestic trade. System will verify data using invoices on the GST system and e-way bill, which will quicken the transaction and also eliminate the risk of fraud. ठीक है. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है गाइस, प्लीज डू रिमेंबर दिस वन. ठीक है. सो ये बहुत बार पूछा जाता है, सो आई रिकमेंड कि थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखिएगा कितने बैंकों का ये स्टेक है, या फिर आपका द रोल और आपका यूज ऑफ जीएसटी एंड ई-वे बिल्स, दे जनरली यूज्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. ठीक है. सो अगर हम लोग बात करें एलिमिनेट पेपर वर्क, इसके अलावा नेटवर्क कनेक्टिविटी बिटवीन बैंक एंड देयर क्लाइंट बेस्ड ऑन इन्फोसिस फिनिकल कनेक्ट. ठीक है. तो जो इन्फोसिस का सॉफ्टवेयर है, मोस्टली इट गेट यूज्ड बाय द all the banks which generally comes the recruitment done by the IBPS itself, like PNB, आपका बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा एंड ऑल. ठीक है. सो वी हैव दिस. ठीक है. सो फिनिकल इज द सॉफ्टवेयर जिसपे ये पूरा डिजाइन किया गया. all the involved parties can share a digital ledger across a computer network without needing centralized authority or intermediary. So it provides strength to the security levels and all. ठीक है. तो सिक्योरिटी के एडिशनल लेयर्स आपका जो इसके थ्रू आपका हम लोग ऐड करते हैं. ठीक है. इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ फिनटेक adoption in India, which statement is true regarding artificial intelligence in international banking? ठीक है. So AI help in identifying customer credit worthiness through predictive analysis. Yes, it is true. ठीक है. Which statement is true? पहला सही है. ठीक है. AI is primarily used to execute financial transactions. No, we do not use this particular one. ठीक है. Without human intervention. No. AI replace the need for compliance. No. AI technology not yet implemented. It get implemented. तो आसान था. A will be right answer for this one. ठीक है. AI is widely used in banking, risk management, for credit scoring, customer profiling, and fraud detections. ठीक है. So it generally it is a kind of like जो humans के द्वारा जो instructions उसको दिए गए हैं उनके हिसाब से they can handle multiple datas और big datas. ठीक है. तो उसमें जैसे let's say we have 1 lakh customers, we have given some instructions, उनके basis पे while we run that particular one, they'll come up with the report, solid report. ठीक है. So AI driven predictive analysis help assess a customer financial behavior and repayment ability before approving loan or a trade finance services. It does not replace compliance requirement but enhance regulatory oversight through the advanced monitoring and all, right? Next one, how has the adoption of fintech changed the landscape of international banking transaction? The uses of fintech in international trade finance. It has eliminated the need for bank. No, it has increased. It is a tool which generally support bank in this particular business. It has increased reliance on physical banking infrastructure. It has enabled seamless, faster, and more secure global transaction. It can be. It has reduced the use of digital platform. No. ठीक है. So क्या होगा correct answer आपका out of the given statement? C will be right answer for this particular one. ठीक है. So fintech has revolutionized international banking by integrating technologies like artificial intelligence, आपका blockchain, big data analytics and all. ठीक है. So this has enhanced transaction security, reduced processing time, and improved accessibility for business and individuals. Like Swift GPI enable real-time cross-border payments tracking. Blockchain-based trade finance solution reduce the fraud risk and paperwork delays also. These are some examples which generally support these particular statement. Okay. So fintech and artificial intelligence. This we have discussed. These are the same line which I have already discussed with all of you through the आपका concept classes, and these are the exact line I picked from the Macmillan book. So आपका content alignment आपका होना चाहिए because maximum question will get from that particular one itself. Okay? But these statements are very important. Okay? While you revise through this PDF and all, so please do go through these particular one. आप अच्छे से इनको पढ़िएगा. अगर कोई doubt होता है, you can share me by taking screenshot. Okay? So artificial intelligence, the stimulation of human intelligence process by a machine which combine computer system and robust database to enable problem solving in banking system. They identify customer better, prospecting, sourcing and underwriting, onboarding of customers, both importers, exporter who are involved in international trade with overseas buyer and suppliers, source business better, cash flows, business models, structure and managing global value change in customer demands, and better manage risk involved in international trade. AI has the potential to improve the outcome from the international trade negotiation, analyzing the economic trajectories of each economic partner under the different assumptions. Okay, so ये कहीं ना कहीं like we are using these particular tool as a supportive tool, and they have a big we can say big impact on our decision making. ठीक है, तो जहाँ पे AI हो या AI is generally आपका instruction based, big data which generally help us to come to a conclusion कि हमारा मतलब जो बहुत बड़े बड़े डेटास हो उनका समरी फॉर्म आपका, ठीक है, हाउ वी कैन यूज दोस पास्ट डेटास for our future trade, and blockchain that generally help us like while we are involving in the payment or documentation part, so they generally help us in the data security or as well as payment security. Data analytics help stakeholder in international trade to create new portfolios by using historical data and analyzing. So data analytics is kind of your big data is generally known as. So the outcome of those particular pattern in international geographics which are more prone volatile movements of rate, exploring opportunities with countries with political stability, countries with robust infrastructure development. Big data is used to advance analytical techniques against very large, diverse data set that include both structured, semi-structured, and raw data, where refining these data help in coming out with desired analytics. Okay, so based on basically they generally get used for the decision making. Okay? So data on customer of high value fintech companies, data on market of high value fintech companies, consumer preference, spending habit, investments, predictive analysis, and आपका help in formulating marketing strategies, help in fraud detections and alignments or algorithms. Okay, so these are some areas or uses of fintech and big data in the international trade as well. Which of the following is a key advantages of blockchain technology in international banking transactions? So it eliminate need of KYC. It allow complete anonymity in financial transaction. It enhance security and transparency in transactions record by provided immutable ledger. बिल्कुल सही, ठीक है. It remove the necessity of regulatory no. So what will be your correct answer? These statement we have gone through in past itself. Okay. So C will be right answer. Blockchain technology is widely used for international banking and trade finance due to ability to create tamper-proof digital ledgers. Okay, each transaction is encrypted and permanently recorded. Ensuring transparency and reducing fraud risk. KYC and regulatory oversight remain mandatory. ठीक है, तो आपका किसी भी तरीके से हो. Next one, how does the IDPMS improve compliance in import transactions? So we have discussed this particular one. It enable importer to bypass custom verification. It allow real-time tracking of import payments by using बिल ऑफ एंट्री डेटा. ट्रू. सो बी आपका करेक्ट है. अभी जैसे हमने इसको डिस्कस किया था, ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज द यूजेस ऑफ आईडीपीएमएस? ठीक है. सो टू डेवलप स्ट्रीमलाइन इंपोर्ट ट्रांजैक्शन प्रोसेसिंग एंड compliance monitoring. This is the core. So authorized dealers bank downloaded BOE data from the electronic data interchange system, that EDI, to reconcile payment with the corresponding import documentation. This ensure transparency in import payments, prevent under invoicing, and strengthen regulatory compliances as well. Next one, what is the primary role of AI in international banking or risk management? AI replace human decision? No. AI ensured that all cross-border transactions remain unregulated. AI enhance fraud detection, credit scoring, and predictive risk analysis. Okay, so this we have discussed earlier also. Please quickly go through this. All right. So next one, guys. Which of the following is not a function of trade finance portal in international banking? Not a function of trade finance portal in international banking. Managing import and export transaction digitally. This is correct. Providing real-time authentication and authorization for trade transaction. Issuing trade finance document in a paperless environment. फैसिलिटेटिंग डायरेक्ट कस्टमर टू कस्टमर इंटरनेशनल पेमेंट्स. नो. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा आपका करेक्ट आंसर? डी इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू ट्रेड फाइनेंस पोर्टल इन इंटरनेशनल बैंकिंग. रेस्ट आपका दीज आर द 3 कोर एडवांटेजेस और कोर यूजेस ऑफ फाइनेंस ट्रेड फाइनेंस पोर्टल इन इंटरनेशनल बैंकिंग. ठीक है, सो ट्रेड फाइनेंस पोर्टल इज designed to digitize and streamline trade finance transaction, import export documentation, pre-shipment and post-shipment financing, paperless authentication and authorization of transaction. C2C customer to customer payments are not generally part of this particular one. Okay? How fintech influence digital payment in international banking? How fintech influence digital payment in international banking? It has made digital payment completely untraceable. No. It has eliminated the role of central bank in regulating. No. It has enabled faster, cost efficient, more secure cross-border transactions. So C will be right answer for this one. Okay? So fintech has drastically improved the efficiency of international payment by leveraging technologies like blockchain, AI, and आपका big data. ठीक है, so we have discussed these particular one in past also. It is a similar question in different form. ठीक है, what is one of the biggest regulatory challenge faced by fintech companies in international banking. Biggest challenge faced by fintech companies in international banking: lack of digital payment infrastructure, nahi it got developed; compliance with multiple jurisdiction, KYC, AML, it can be; complete absence of fraud, no; elimination of traditional banking, no. देखो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज क्या है कि every country they have some sort of like different jurisdiction about the KYC और आपका AML guidelines and all, ठीक है. So उनके ऊपर like while we design those particular products, so we have to accordingly build those particular things, ठीक है. So that like we do not have some sort of universal regulation all across the world. तो उसके लिए आपका वो कहीं ना कहीं हमारे लिए एक चैलेंज हो जाता है while we develop these particular one, ठीक है. So fintech companies operating internationally must comply with the various KYC and AML guidelines. So each jurisdiction has different regulatory requirement, making it challenging for fintech. So इसलिए आपका ये सबसे बड़ा एरिया है, ठीक है. So challenges in fintech, this part is very very important, ठीक है. So please go through this particular one. Doubt from the financial regulators, ठीक है. So like though we are evolving day to day, but still we have some sort of concern कि ये काम करेगा नहीं करेगा, ठीक है. Data security is another issue, ठीक है. The need to protect sensitive data. Any data breach can result in directly liability of the company. High startup cost, ठीक है. The technologies in like blockchain and all, they are very costly, ठीक है. Human interface cannot be done away with them, and although direct interface might come down, okay. So this is the basic challenge which we generally face while we implement the आपका fintech in international trade, ठीक है. How does cyber security pose a major challenge for fintech companies in international banking? So fintech companies are completely immune to cyber threats due to blockchain technology. We cannot say completely, ठीक है. क्या था क्वेश्चन? Major challenge for this, okay, increased digital transaction expose fintech firm to hacking or आपका breaches and fraud risk. Yes. AI and big data make cyber security irrelevant. No. Cyber security risk are limited only to traditional. No. तो क्या होगा हमारा correct answer? B will be right answer for this particular one, ठीक है. So these are some common cyber security challenges like phishing attack and identity theft, targeting customer data, hacking of digital wallet and payment gateways, and then ransomware attacks, virus जो आपके होते हैं on financial institutions. So these are some major challenges which we generally face while we generally build up this digitalization or the fintech tools and all in international trade. What is the primary purpose of SWIFT in international banking? So it helps us in the transformation of financial messages or verification and all. So real-time foreign exchange trading, secure communication and messaging for cross borders. So B will be right answer. ये हमने past में भी आपका discuss किया, ठीक है. Next one, how does technology contribute to risk management in international banking? Technology in risk, आपका risk management in international banking, ठीक है. By increasing vulnerability to cyber attacks, decreasing होना चाहिए था, ठीक है. By reducing the accuracy, no. Increasing benefit by providing advanced data analytics and predictive modeling for risk assessment. So without any doubt, C will be right answer for this one, okay. What technology enable contactless payment using near field communication in international banking? Even in normal banking also, it is known as RFID, okay. So RFID means your radio frequency identifications technology. हम लोग करते हैं ना आपका जैसे कोई भी ट्रांजेक्शन आपका होता है, कार्डलेस ट्रांजेक्शन जो आपके होती हैं स्कैन एंड पे, और या फिर आपका टच एंड पे वाला जो रहता है, so that is completely built upon this RFID. Which technology enables secure and tamper-proof recording cross-border transaction in decentralization and transparent manner? So for this we have blockchain, cross-border transaction and decentralized and transparent. So it will be blockchain. So आपका distributed ledger technology or it is generally known as blockchain, ठीक है. So next one, so this is it guys, ठीक है. तो ये हमारा आपका पूरा basically the entire unit 10. We have probability of half marks 2 question or 1 marks 2 question, ठीक है. बहुत आसान है, एक बार अगर आप इसको पढ़ेंगे बिफोर योर एग्जामिनेशन एज वेल, ठीक है, अगर आप थोड़ा सा इसको गो थ्रू करते हैं, so you will be able to memorize all these particular things. ठीक है, so guys, this is my telegram group, you can connect me over there for your queries and doubt as well. ठीक है, and if you need any other help, just do let me know. So with this particular unit, we are done with the entire concept classes as well as MCQs and application based question. Now the next series for module A will be based on your like unit wise case studies and application question, ठीक है, application based question, which I'll start uploading from tomorrow itself, right? So I hope you guys are getting these particular thing clearly. Then just after, like once we will done with the application based question and case studies, you'll go for your first module wise mock test, ठीक है, then I'll give you one another module wise mock test, ठीक है, that will be upgraded person. Okay, so इस तरीके से आप practice कीजिए, believe me guys, you are going to score very good in your upcoming examination. So this is it from my side. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for watching this session. Bye bye. Take care all and all the very best for your preparation, guys. Thank you.